In this video, we're going to be looking at inequality symbols and how to graph inequalities. All right, let's start with the symbols. There are 5 that we're going to be looking at. The first one we're going to look at is this one. This is the less than symbol. And then we have the less than or equal to symbol, the greater than, or the greater than or equal to symbol. And lastly, we have the not equal to symbol, which is essentially an equal sign with a slash through it. So here are some examples of these symbols. Here we can see that 3 is less than 5, 7 is greater than 2. These symbols are also used with variables. For instance, if we were solving an inequality, something we're going to do shortly, and the solution was x is less than 5. In other words, the value of x is all numbers less than the number 5. That would mean any number less than 5, all the way to the left of 5 through infinity. Or if we had y is greater than or equal to, let's say 9. This would mean that y is greater than or equal to the number 9. In other words, all numbers including 9 and all numbers to the right of 9 into infinity. All right, let's take a look and see what one of these solutions, or both of them perhaps, would look like on a graph. In this example, I'm going to graph the inequality x is less than 5. And the way that we do this is we use a circle around the number 5. So let's find our 5. We're going to draw a circle, and that circle is going to be open. And then we're going to draw an arrow to the left because x is all numbers less than 5. And I would draw an arrow down the number line like this. And this arrow is showing that every number less than 5 is a solution for this inequality. X is less than 5. And that arrow goes all the way to the left, and there's an infinite number of solutions. The open circle indicates that 5 is not a member of the solution set. In other words, the first number that is less than 5, or shall we say the first whole number that is less than 5, is 4. And that's why the circle is open, because 5 is not part of the answer. All numbers less than 5 are. In this example, we've got y is greater than or equal to 9. And that means 9 is part of the solution set. So we're going to circle the 9 and draw a number line to the right because we're going in the greater than direction here. And there's my arrow indicating that all of these numbers, and it's an arrow because it's an infinite number of solutions, are part of the solution set to y is greater than or equal to 9. And I'm going to fill the 9 in. And I fill the circle in whenever I'm dealing with greater than or equal to or less than or equal to. The circle remains open when we have less than or greater than. And there's something you should notice here. If and only if the variable is on the left, you'll notice that the arrow goes in the same direction as the symbol. In other words, here y is on the left, and the symbol is pointing to the right, and you'll notice my arrow goes to the right. And that was also true for our last example. Let's do another one. Let's go to this number line. And here, I'm going to use the example of, why don't we have n is less than 30. Yeah, let's just go n is less than 30. So the variable is on the left. The symbol is pointing to the left, and because it's less than, I'd leave it open. So I'd draw my circle around 30, and my arrow is going to the left. And that's how we graph inequalities.